Alright guys, sorry about hopping into the draft really late here. I was a little bit slow getting everything sorted on my end, but I got everything in and we're just finished the draft. So we got Tusk, Nature's Prophet, Bat Rider, Oracle, and Drow Ranger for Team Archon. Not today, they've got Invoker, Dazzle, Wisp, Queen of Pain, and the Chaos Knight. Of course, guys, I'm Niz. First of all, welcome to the cast. Welcome to NizCast. We're casting the DotA Canada Cup as we've been covering it for a while now. And we're in the playoffs, but we're in the losers bracket for this round. It's going to be a best of one between Team Archon and Not Today. Of course, team that loses, that's it. They're done. They're going home. They're done. They're out of the tournament. Team that wins, obviously, can progress to the next round and hopefully keep going along the way until they eventually get to the grand finals. We do have another match coming up following this one. It's going to be between Complexity and Shazam, and that's a best of three because it's a winner's bracket match. So we've got that to look forward to.
10 seconds remaining.
As for
5 seconds
this game, I'm a little bit thankful that they were a little bit slow to select their heroes there. But we do have Not Today on the Radiant side going up against Archon on the Dire side. So let's figure out who's playing what. As we've got some interesting picks already here. As we're going to start off by introducing Goody playing the Chaos Knight. Really interesting to see that. DDX is going to be playing the Invoker. Both these teams actually like playing Invoker. They play Invoker quite a bit, but neither of them really have a ton of success with the hero. So we'll look to see how DDX is able to do on the Invoker. They only have a 33% win rate on the month right now with Invoker. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Jerry, we've seen him play incredible on the Oracle, which is again one of those heroes that they actually play a lot, but they don't really have the highest win rate on. But Jerry does do a damn good job on that hero. This time he's going to be playing the Wisp though, so another hero that can make some really big plays. We have Glacius DotA. He's the stand-in. He's going to be playing the Dazzle, and She and Me is going to be playing the Queen of Pain. I'm sorry I didn't get to see who that is. For our Dire side, it's going to be Team Archon. We got Fluff and Stuff playing the Oracle. Moo's going to be playing the Nature's Prophet. Jo is going to be on the Drow Ranger. Monkeys Forever is going to be playing the Bat Rider, and Whitebeard is going to be playing the Tusk. Now that we're caught up with that, let's take a look at some of these starting items, because we got Monkeys Forever starting with 2 Fairy Friars and nothing else. He's going to get a Tango share to him by Whitebeard here. But yeah, he's just going to...
Worthy tribute.
He's going to work towards rushing probably his bottle, I guess. A little interesting start there coming out from Monkeys Forever. We also got Boots first up on the Nature's Prophet, because it's going to be an off-lane Nature's Prophet. So I guess we'll cover our lanes here in just a second, because it looks like Not Today. They're going for a smoke gank, and they're going to run right into Fluff and Stuff. That's going to pop the smoke. Question is, will Goody be able to get an initiation off? It will not. So failed smoke there from Not Today. Good positioning from Fluff and Stuff to counter that though. But it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane here with this Chaos Knight, Wisp, and Dazzle going up against the Drow Ranger and the Oracle. Really interesting that we're seeing a Drow Ranger here. But we'll get to that in a second. Mid lane is going to be the Queen of Pain going up against the Bat Rider. We've got the Tusk also supporting in the mid lane. He might be moving around. He might end up going up to the top lane. Or they may just focus on making sure that Bat wins mid really hard. As we're going to see an Ice Shards get thrown, but that's just harass. Bottom lane is going to be the Nature's Prophet going up against the Invoker. And this should be an interesting lane between these two, as Nature's Prophet always makes for an interesting 1v1. As we're going to see DDX going for a right click there, and he almost goes down for first blood. He actually had to use his Fairy Fire there to make sure that he didn't take out. So good play there already from Moo, dominating this bottom lane, and Jo is even rotating down here as well, as Archon deciding that they need to change their lanes up. They need to dodge this aggressive tri-lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Monkeys Forever and Whitebeard have both dove past the tier 1 tower, trying to force back that Queen of Pain. The top lane, there's been an initiation. They've gone on Moo, who's TP'd up here, and swapped lanes with Jo, as Moo's going to go down for our first blood.
First blood!
First blood goes the way of Not Today, right before the 2-minute mark. Now Archon will be able to get the top route. It's going to be double damage for Whitebeard. Question is, will they be able to get a kill? Mid is very difficult for them to actually get a kill. It's easy for them to zone out Queen of Pain and allow Bat an easier lane, but it's very difficult for Whitebeard and Monkeys Forever to actually get a kill in the mid lane. They don't really have enough lockdown. The Queen of Pain blink is just too strong. So now they've rotated Jo down here. He's up to 6 CS, so he's starting to get some CS here. DDX is he's sitting at 9 and 2 right now, but it's the leader Chaos Knight 12 and 6 as Jo's getting harassed back here by Glacia's DotA as the Dazzle has now rotated down here. So we're probably starting to see the lanes swap a little bit here as Archon struggles to find a spot for their Drow Rangers. We now see Jo jumping back up to the top lane. He immediately gets pulled in. Reality Rift the stun, and Jo is just dead. He is just dead. As they... Archon, how are they going to run this? Well, it looks like they might get a kill here onto Jerry, as Jerry's in trouble here on the Wisp. He does have Tether available, but Moo's doing a good job of zoning out the Chaos Knight, but they won't be able to actually get the kill here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Queen of Pain's gotten a kill, but the Chaos Knight goes down, and the Wisp will go down with one more attack, and it is there. Fluff and Stuff gets that. In the bottom lane, DDX finds a kill on Monkeys Forever. They have kills in every single lane. Unfortunately, I'm only able to watch one of them. But in the mid lane, there was a kill by the Queen of Pain on the Tusk, and the bottom lane, we lost the Bat Rider. So Archon losing out all over the map, with the exception of that top lane, where they did lose their Drow Ranger, but then they fired right back with 2 kills, as they killed that Chaos Knight and the Wisp. So far, just looking at the lanes and how we're doing in terms of last hits, DDX is leading the way at 20 and 5. Then we've got the Chaos Knight, which we just saw take a fall, but he's at 17 and 7. Moo is actually going to TP down to the bottom right now, as they're going to try to go on DDX, try to prevent him from continuing that farm, as the snowball is going to come in from Whitebeard, and they will find the kill on that Invoker.
Leaving so soon.
But Moo's been pretty active moving around. Of course, he's got the teleport to make it easy for him, whereas Jo had to actually use some TP scrolls and pay for those with some good money. But Moo, he's up at 14 and OCS right now. He's the 3rd highest in our game, and then it's the Queen of Pain at 12 and 9. Pretty much tied with the Bat Rider, who just got a few CS here, so he's at 13 and 3.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now Goody going with the aggressive positioning just past the tower, forcing back Jo. And I'm not really sure what Archon's doing with this Drow Ranger pick. It's going to come out a little bit later on in the draft, as we see a trade there between the Queen of Pain and the Bat Rider. But I think that Drow Ranger is... The game plan with it is going to emerge a little bit later in the game. They don't really have a ton of real strong ranged right click. I mean, they do have in the Nature's Prophet, so that's definitely going to help him. It's definitely going to help him with the split pushing and also controlling the map. They do also have 4 ranged heroes, so the Drow is going to help in that aspect. Oh, Fluff going to walk up onto the high ground here, and he's going to run right into Goody and Jerry. Sunstrike going to come in, but off the mark. We've seen 2 misses now by DDX. As Jerry's going to go down, as this is turning out to be a disaster for Not Today, as Archon, they've got that global presence. Just the Nature's Prophet being able to pour it in, and on top of that, Whitebeard was there. They're just able to get these kills, as now they take the lead 6 to 5 in terms of hero kills. As we approach the 6-minute mark here, and Dazzle's going to secure bottom rune. It's going to be bounty rune for him. Top rune's going to be regen, which looks like Monkeys Forever is starting to rotate up here to pick that up. Trying to take a look at Jo, see if he's able to recover. He's at 12 and 1 CS right now. With those kills that we just saw on the Chaos Knight and the Wisp, it's able to create a little bit of space for the Drow Ranger, help Jo get himself back in this game. But he's definitely going to have a very, very rough laning phase, and he's going to be behind coming out of the laning phase. So Archon will look to create some space. And Jo will help with that as well, being able to pop the aura and control the map a little bit better by pushing lanes. As Whitebeard and Fluff and Stuff coming from the side here, they're going to try to go on Goody, but the Ice Shard's just barely off the mark. Actually pushes Goody instead of traps him inside. We're going to have the Bat Rider about to hit level 6 right now. Notice the Archon's kind of lagging behind in terms of levels, in terms of hitting their level 6. We got She and Me already hitting level 6. We've already seen 1 Sonic Wave. And on top of that, DDX is also level 6 as well. But that's because Not Today's stayed pretty static with their lanes, whereas Archon's been moving some heroes around. We saw the Bat Rider go down to the bottom lane and die. Well, we didn't see it, but we saw the pop-up of what happened as a result of that. But really, the only rotations that Not Today have made is really just moving around their Dazzle. So by staying in their lanes and staying spread out, as well on the map. They've managed to maximize their XP. But Archon, they're about to hit 6 on some of their crucial heroes. We got 6 already up on the Bat Rider now, and level 6, in fact 7, almost 8 now for the Nature's Prophet. Is he just hadn't skilled his Wrath of Nature until just now. But Monkeys Forever, I mean, he may not be having the best XP gain in the world, and you know, he's died twice already this game, but he's doing all right for gold. He's at 1,400 gold right now. It won't be the fastest Blink Dagger timing, but it's not that he's way behind, that he's not going to be able to recover. And Bat Rider is one of these heroes that can farm so damn fast that really all you need is your levels. And you get a couple levels, and then easily you pop Firefly, and then just drop a creep wave, no problem, or a neutral stack. And you're just caught right back up in terms of gold. So we're still in the laning phase, but we're getting a little bit close to when we're going to start making that transition to the mid game. It's Whitebeard, not going to die to the Sonic Wave because he's there with the snowball. He knew what was going to happen, and he knew that all he had to do was just snowball to avoid it. But unfortunately, he then gets killed by the Queen of Pain, and she still had a Scream of Pain up. And Fluff and Stuff, unfortunately, not level 6, not able to keep his teammate alive there, as Fluff goes down to 80 HP. But good little bit of an awareness there from the Queen of Pain, just realizing that she could just TP out there and not really having to worry about anything interrupting her her TP. But the Nature's Prophet was right up, or the Bat Rider was right up here, so it would have been close for a flame break. But just not close enough. So DDX continues just to farm in the bottom lane, and look at this. We got a gank coming in from Archon, but not today. They know exactly what's going on. They've already TP'd their Wisp in here. The Dazzle's rotated in as well. As now they're going to try to go on to DDX, but all of a sudden there's 3 heroes here from Not Today. Sunstrike's going to come in. It's going to hit both Moo and Whitebeard as the snowball finishes, and Moo's going to go down on the back of it. As they're going to keep trying to chase here, and will they be able to catch Whitebeard? The answer is yes. As they pull him back and then stun him up with the Chaos Knight, as Not Today finds 2 kills, and both of them go into the Chaos Knight. So that's exactly the hero that they want to get those kills. He's already up to 1,900 gold. So I'm guessing Armlet, but we'll wait and see. He could go drums. He could go a lot of different things. So we'll see exactly what the item choice is going to be for Goody. But we do know that he's probably going to be paired up with Jerry on the Wisp and start relocating around the map and looking for some ganks. Speaking of drums, Moo has just completed his on the Nature's Prophet.
Uproot and after them.
As we're starting to see some items come out as Monkeys Forever, he's got his Blink Dagger, he TP's down to the bottom lane, he's going to smoke up with Whitebeard as they're going to go for a pick off here. They've just got Fluff and Stuff soaking in the lane, and Goody could be in trouble here. But the Wisp, they know it's going to be close by, and Jerry is just not showing himself, but he is right behind Goody. But now he's gotten pretty far away, as they will be able to get the Blink Lasso off, pulling Goody back, and they drop him down very low. In fact, he's dead, as Jerry just tries to evacuate and tries to run away, but it's not going to happen. He goes down as well. Fluff and Stuff actually on a killing spree on the Oracle. She and me will get 1 return kill by killing Whitebeard. And Glacius looks like he's going to go down. Shallowgrave will prevent his death and allow him to TP away, but Flamebreak is there to interrupt. As soon as that Shallow Grave wears off, the kill comes out for Monkeys Forever through the dot from Flamebreak. As Monkeys Forever tries to get a kill here on She and Me, but the Blink Dagger too strong. She's got 6 charges on her wand, and she'll use them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they'll just back away. It's DDX and Jerry coming in to assist as well. We're all even up now, 9 kills apiece, as we're seeing a lot of action this game. And I don't really think that this one's going to slow down too much. As Goody's going to go for an engage here onto Whitebeard, pulling him back, stunning him up. Jerry's there, smack him in the face with the balls. And they will find the kill onto Tusk. As for Joe, we haven't talked about him in a while because he hasn't been involved in these kills. But he's still well down the list of last hit. He's currently the last core at 42 and 2. He's just over or just about 13 CS behind the Chaos Knight, but you have to keep in mind this draw is 0, 1, and 2, and the
Dire's
Chaos
middle
Knight
tower
is
is
now
under
4,
attack.
3, and 1. So there's a lot of gold to be had in terms of hero kills. As well as Moo's going to try to TP in here. This forces back the Queen of Pain, keeping him honest. Great thing about Nature's Prophet is the fact that you can do those TPs. You can show that you're TPing in and force the enemy to react in a certain way, and then you just
Pull
cancel.
roots and run.
So you force the Queen of Pain to blink back there, and then, you know, then you just cancel your TP, and you've forced a move from the opponent without actually really doing much yourself. You're just channeling a teleport for about a second and canceling, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Look at Jay on the top lane. He's not able to move out and farm here at all. They're so scared. They have to be, because the only heroes showing on the map was the Chaos Knight just showing in the bottom lane. They have to know that there's going to be a Wisp and probably a Dazzle in behind the Chaos Knight, but they're going to engage once again, this time getting a lasso off onto Chaos Knight, but there's the relocate from Jerry, pulling Goody away. And I think we're probably just going to have Jerry pop back here, and it's going to be a Wisp, but it's probably going to die. Because yeah, he comes back and immediately goes down. So, Not Today loses their 2 supports, but they keep their Chaos Knight alive.
Dire's middle tower is under
As
attack.
DDX and She&Me going for a little bit of split push here,
structures
trying to go
are
for the
fortified.
mid tier 1. The bottom tier 1 went down, but we've got TPs up to the top lane as Moo, they're going on the Chaos Knight, and this time there is no supports to keep him alive. Glacius was TPing in, but just a little bit too late to the party, as the Chaos Knight has already fallen. The tower's going to go down as well. Ice Shard's going to fly in, going to be just barely going to trap the Dazzle there, as he's going to go down. Queen of Pain now coming in, collecting some kills as well, as he blows up the Tusk, and then Jerry even gets a kill with the balls from the Wisp, and then he gets another as he kills Jo, and Monkeys Forever. He's trapped. He does have Blink Dagger up. He'll try to blink, but he had 4 HP, and the last auto attack came in from DDX. Is Not Today. They lose their Chaos Knight in the top, but this time they fire back with getting 4 kills on Archon. As we see another big gold swing. This time it's going the way of Not Today. 2,500 gold. As they get 4 kills there. We haven't even had time to switch over to our net worth, but we'll do that now. We've got the Queen of Pain currently leading the way at 7,500. Then we've got the Invoker at 7,100. Then we start seeing some of the guys from Archon at 5.9 for the Nature's Prophet and 5.1 for the Bat Rider. Then it's the Chaos Knight, pretty much tied with the Bat Rider at 5.1. But then Jo is so far down on this draw range at 4.1. They need to find a way to get the draw back in this game, as they're going to try to go on the Queen of Pain here, but they've already used the Silence. And with that Yule Scepter picked up by She&Me. Very smart pickup, by the way. A good, strong defensive item, which helps them survive against the Silence coming up from the Drow Ranger. And maybe even we'll see it come out from the Nature's Prophet, although it doesn't look like that. That's kind of a build of old. You don't really see Nature's Prophet really building that too often anymore. But, it's a good way to keep yourself alive, especially purging off the Silence. Even if you get Blink lassoed and pulled back, immediately following that, you can always use yourself, and that just buys some time for your teammates to get closer, and maybe for the Shallow Grave to come out. Archon's going for this Roche. We will have a Forge Spirit walk in and scout it out, so Not Today knows for sure that Roche is not only being done by Archon, but it's low. As they're going to try to engage, they're going to toss in a meatball as Moo is in the middle of everyone on Not Today, and he is dead as he goes down. Whitebeard also on very low HP, and in fact he'll tick out from the dot from the Queen of Pain. As Jo gets pulled back as he goes down as well. As Archon, they're just falling apart right here. As Monkeys Forever is now going to die as they once again lose 4 heroes. And the only one not going down is Fluff and Stuff. But I think the question is why is Fluff and Stuff not really in these battles? Why is he not closer? Why is he finishing the fight with full HP, full mana? I don't know. He used his false promise at some point. But still, he didn't... I mean, he's full HP, full mana, and his entire team died, and it wasn't even close. So maybe there was a call that, yeah, just get out of there. This isn't going to go well, and they tried to cut their losses. In the end, they only got the Oracle out. I understand that, but this is twice now that Archon's lost 4 heroes, and Fluff just hasn't been there. Archon will look to get everything back in order. It's been a disaster the last 2 fights for them. They've gone for pickoffs, they've gone for the risky plays in the Roche, and it just hasn't panned out for them. This is a best of 1, and this is losers bracket. If they lose this, they're out. The first team that made it through the qualifiers to represent the Americas region for Shanghai Majors is going to get eliminated if the game keeps going this way in the first round of the Dota 2 Canada Cup. Unreal. But that just shows you how close this region is. Like, a lot of people, joke and say, NA Dota and, Brokeback or whatever from the Twitch emotes. And they laugh at NA Dota and the fact that it's not that strong because it's just EG and there's no other viable teams. But that isn't really the case anymore. We've got Complexity, which has shown well on the international stage, and with them changing their roster recently, switching to that more European roster that we've seen them play in the Shanghai Major, and then of course that we're going to see later tonight actually. We've seen them put on some very impressive performances, so they've got the potential to be a really strong team representing this region. Of course, we saw Archon do a great job in the Shanghai Major, but just not working out for them. Since then, they haven't really played up to standards. Beyond that, we've got Digital Chaos, which is somehow always finishing second. I guess there's a new Cloud9, and just not able to make it to the Shanghai Major. There's so many teams, and that is not including teams like Not Today, Elite Wolves. There's so many teams that are just so strong and right on the verge of potentially kind of breaking through and being a really strong representing the region. So Monkeys Forever just kind of hiding in the trees here, but it doesn't look like they're going to engage here. As Not Today will claim their tier 2 tower. Moo's doing a little split pushing in the top lane as he gets that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
We're going to have some TP response coming in from Archon because Not Today, they're not done pushing as they're going on this tier 3 tower. And Monkeys Forever, he's initiated from behind. He's got the lasso off onto DDX, but then he just gets pulled by the Chaos Knight and he just goes down. That was very weird initiation because Archon did not have all their heroes here. They were not ready for it. As Moo's still pushing in the top lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
She and me will get punched up in the air by Whitebeard. Looks like he will be okay from the false promise. And I missed a kill on the top lane because there was a relocate back as we see Moo go down in the top lane. He did get the tier 3 tower, and actually this worked out better for Archon. Yes, it did cost them 2 heroes, but they kept their tier 3 alive, and they ended up breaking down the tier 3 in the top lane. So the rat is real from Archon. As JO's in trouble once again. This has been the story of the game, as this Drow Ranger has just not been able to get off the ground. As Jerry, will tick out there, and even Whitebeard's going to go down as Goody gets a return kill there, but I don't know if Goody's going to be able to get away here, as Monkeys Forever will force staff himself forward, flame break to push the Chaos Knight back. And Goody will go down, but here comes She and Me, wants another return kill. This time he's going to go for Fluff and stuff. That's Fluff. Is he going to be okay? He's going to try. He's going to get tossed up in the air by the Yule Scepter from that Queen of Pain. Sunstrike's going to come in as Fluff and stuff goes down, and now Monkeys Forever gonna try to look for the Queen of Pain, but not going to be able to do much. She'll TP back or blink back and get back to her dazzle. I want to do a quick shout out to Sky High in the chat, as he's just making a comment that Moo's a funny dude. He met him at ESL. Same with Hodaruz, which both of them obviously representing Archon at the time. But yeah, I didn't actually meet them. We were going out to dinner and they were there, and I actually didn't even speak with them. Because we ended up getting up and leaving and going to a different place, and the group kind of split. But I actually didn't meet Moo and Hoda, despite the fact that we were within like 5 feet of each other. So a little bit regretful of that I didn't introduce myself and get to know Moo and Hoda. But next time, right? Next time. But yeah, guys, Sky High, I met him at ESL as well, and he's got his own channel where he does some teaching. Teaching players and coaching players of all skill levels how to get better at the game and how to understand the game and how to look at it from maybe a little bit of a different perspective to what they're used to. So definitely go and check out his channel on Twitch TV.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like not today. Going to push this top tier 1 tower as they knock
Dire's
down another
top
one.
tower has fallen.
And they're going to keep going here as
Radiant's
we'll
middle
quickly
tower
take a
is
peek
under
at our net
attack.
worth and 7,500 gold lead for not today.
Radiant's middle
XP's
tower
over
has
10k,
fallen.
but we go back to the net worth. We can see it kind of stalling out a little
Radiant's
bit. So
bottom
maybe
tower
Archon
is
finding a
under
way to get
attack.
back in this. We saw that last trade
Dire's top
work out for them
tower is under
with getting the
attack.
tier 3 tower. This time they're once again going for a trade. But here comes the TP response coming in from the Queen of Pain and the Invoker. Now the relocate from the Wisp into CK as Jo once again is going to go down on this Drill Ranger. I still don't see what the idea behind this Drill Ranger pick was, is they just were not able to do much of anything with it. As the courier's going to fly in here, as I can't click on it apparently. There we go. As he tries to hide in the trees, but that's against a Bat Rider with Firefly. That's not going to happen. But it is the remainder of the mech. So that's pretty important for not today. Losing that is Whitebeard in trouble here. He will get False Promise by Fluff, as he's going to lose some damage here. I don't think he'll tick out. No, he'll be okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures
This tier
are
3
fortified.
remains to be in trouble and continues to get pushed down by not today. But Jo and Moo are both respawning for Archon. So it looks like not today will back away.
Dire's
Mjolnir
top
now getting
tower
picked up
is
by
under
Monkeys
attack.
Forever. Or sorry, not by Monkeys Forever, by Moo, excuse me. I selected Monkeys Forever, I meant Moo. There we go, Moo picked up his
Dire's middle
Mjolnir.
tower
Monkeys
is
Forever's
under
got his
attack.
Aether Lens, as well as his Blink and his Force. Whitebeard's got his Blink Dagger. Jo, I mean nothing. Basically nothing. He's got Treads, Aquila, Morbid Mask, and a Shadow Amulet. So he hasn't even completed a Shadow Blade. This has just been a disaster game for their Drill Ranger. On top of that, we got Fluff and stuff. He's completed his mech, so he's doing alright for himself. He's got his mech, his arcanes, and his urn. As Archon going to go for a little bit of a risky play here. They're going to smoke up, move down into Archon's jungle, or into not today's jungle. But they place an Observer Ward while they're on the way. It's under the vision of a Sentry Ward, but they actually can't see it, so they can't see that ward getting placed. They're going to engage onto DDX, but Jerry, oh my goodness, Jerry with the plays on the Wisp once again, saving with the relocate as he pulls DDX back to safety, and now not today. They're looking pretty damn good in this fight. Shallow Grave being used on Goody, as he's going to find Jo in the middle of this team fight. How did Jo get in this position? I don't know, but either way, he's going to go down, or maybe not. He's going to drop in his Shadow Amulet. They will be able to kill him eventually, as the Wisp Balls will finish him off. Once again, the only hero able to get out of there alive is going to be Fluff and stuff. This time he was involved in that team fight. But yeah, he's the only one out once again is Archon. This isn't just not looking good for them. 3,700 gold swing going the way of not today. 29-16 right now. 25 minutes in as Archon, they're up against the ropes, and this is a best of one. They're on the verge of getting eliminated from the Dota 2 Candid Cup in the first round of the playoffs. Unbelievable.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not today. They're going to go for the jugular here as they're going to break down this tier 3 in the bottom and get their first set of racks. But Archon, we've got Monkeys Forever and Moo respawning right now, so they will have full 5 to defend this. Just harass keeps coming out from Archon. It's not today. They'll actually back away. They're not going to risk it yet. They have complete control of this game. They have no reason to force it. But it does give us some time to actually go over and cover some of the items from not today, as we've got the Queen of Pain with a bottled haste, but we've got that Yule Scepter, which we saw do so much early on, and it's continued to do a lot in the team fights, and made sure that the Queen of Pain's able to be safe in these fights. Beyond that, we've got an Aghanim Scepter, as well as almost a Sheba's Guard. Just needs a recipe, and he's got the gold to do so, as there's that Yule Scepter getting used right now, so they're going to toss Moo up in the air, and there's no way he was getting out of this, as the Sonic Wave came out, and I believe it did get the kill, but I think it was a ton of overkill damage there. It was not needed at all. But either way, they got the kill onto that Nature's Prophet. As for the Chaos Knight, we've got Iron Talon as well as Armlet, so we did go for the Armlet, as Sange and Crimson Guard. DDX, he went Phase, Midas, and now he's added on a lot. An Aghanim's, a Blink Dagger, and an Octarine Core. As for Jerry, I don't even know if this guy needs items. He's been making the plays without them. But he's got Arcanes, Urn, Mech, and almost a Vlad's. Glacius, He's got his Arcanes and a Glimmer Cape, as well as a Sage's Mask. There could be a few things that could build into. One of them could be a Yule Scepter. I imagine the top pick is probably going to be a Medallion, but we'll see. It's pretty late for them to be picking up a Medallion, but we have seen Glacius kind of fall behind in terms of his farm. As that Yule Scepter once again getting used, but that one I don't think was intentional. That one was supposed to be cast on the Bat Rider. They will be able to catch up to Archon anyways, as Jo has that Shadow Blade completed. He will try to hide, but he's not going to be able to do so. Jerry on point with those balls will kill him, as Jo... It's just... I can't harp it, can't cover it enough, or can't keep talking about it enough. It's been a complete disaster of a game. 1-7-3 on this Drow Ranger. Basically no impact. As well, I'm constantly going on about Jo dying. I'm constantly missing kills as Moo goes down the top lane. Once again, another relocate gank. But not today. It looks like they're going to get Roshir and an Aegis, and this could be all they need to keep pushing up to the high ground, as the Queen of Pain will pick it up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's not today. He's actually going to go down mid. It's the lane pushed closest to the Archon base. They only have 25 seconds before Moo's going to be back up. So they do have a timing window here, and unfortunately they need to push one creep wave before they're able to go for the bottom rack. So they push the mid up so that it breaks the back door. And then they start going onto the melee racks here. It looks like they will be able to get it, or maybe not. Glyph going to delay them. Moo's going to be up in 5 seconds. So will not today stick around for this racks. They do have that Aegis, so I think they should. And yeah, they will get the melee racks, but are they going to stick around and fight is the next question, and it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to back away, but Monkey Scrubber is going to get a lasso off, and it's going to be on Jerry, but he's going to be able to tether if he's able to. As they're not able to lock him down long enough, Shallow Grave going to come out, as Whitebeard's going to be the first hero to go down. Jerry's still alive. That Shallow Grave and the mass healing coming up from Not Today, just too much. As Moo in a right-click battle here, he's about to go down. This is probably going to be the GG coming out from Archon, and there it is. Archon GG out, and they are eliminated from the Dota 2 Canada Cup in a pretty dominating performance from Not Today.
Victory.
As my goodness. Unbelievable. Archon, the first team to get invited to the Shanghai Major to represent the Americas. They're gone. First round, Dota 2 Canada Cup, and you know, I mentioned a little bit in the game. It just shows how close this region is, and the fact that any of these teams can take a game and a series off each other. As all Archon, they're gone. Unreal. But guys, thanks for joining me for that game. We do have another series coming up following this, as that's going to be Complexity versus Shazam, and that one's not a best of one. That's a best of 3. We're still in the winner's bracket for those teams. So we'll have that coming up shortly. Is that match start time is, I believe, 7:30. So we will have a little bit of a break, about half an hour before that game's going to get started. But I am going to throw it to music, and I will just kind of be hanging out in the chat. So if you guys want to chat, feel free to. But beyond that, guys, once again, thanks for watching. I was Niz. Hopefully you're enjoying the cast, or enjoyed the cast, and hopefully you're going to stick around for that other series. There we go. As I'll try to learn how to talk in between the games. But guys, I've been having a ton of issues with my YouTube channel and getting VODs up. I believe I have gotten it fixed today, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half before the cast. I figured out one of the issues, and hopefully a lot of this stuff's going to get uploaded now. But yeah, I was having some issues with that. So the VODs will be up soon-ish, I hope. So definitely check out my YouTube if you're looking for VODs of some of the past games of the Dota 2 Canada Cup, or even the Shanghai Major or anything like that. Anything that I've cast in the previously will be up there. But guys, I'm going to throw it to music. I will be hanging out in the chat, and we'll be back in probably about half an hour with our next series, Complexity versus Shazam.